And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a psychic tarot card reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Again, you guys, if you could like the video, share the video, tap that notification bell, all of that stuff really helps this platform. All right. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you, okay? Also, if any of you guys have any personal questions, I would ask them towards the beginning of the reading. You can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. Okay, just to let you guys know. And thank you guys for spending your time with me and with God. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into the prayer. We're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, the saints, the angels, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, and we're asking that they can be with us now. We're also asking that they put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from all harm and all negativity. And I would just like to say, God, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you've done. And thank you for everything that you are doing in my life and in the life of the collective. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so by watching my readings, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me, anybody in the chat, or anybody in the comments, okay? I'll just block, 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 block. Okay, so before we get into the reading, we're going to talk about two books. The links to these books are in the description box below. The first book is called The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook written by Michael Steadman. Okay, so this book has changed my life in many ways. I'm going to go over some of the techniques in it. The first technique is the God technique, which I've always been psychic, but like I will tell you, growing up, I felt trapped, like in the psychic realm, having all of these experiences that I couldn't explain, and I didn't really know how to bring words to it. God bless the UK. God bless wherever you guys are at in the world. And welcome everybody coming into the chat. Okay, I will get to your question in one minute after I talk about these books. So why I talk about these books is because a lot of people end up asking me, like, how do you do what you do? Well, I've always had gifts and abilities, but this book has given me the connection to God, higher self, source, that I needed when I was growing up. Because again, I felt victimized because I couldn't understand, like growing up in religion, I only had one lens to look through. So I didn't know how to like describe what I was going through. And so the God technique gives you the ability to rise out of your ego so that you look out through the eyes of your higher self, and everybody's higher self and everything's higher self is God. So by doing that, I became untrapped so I could actually rise above the things that I was seeing that were terrifying me, like dead people, spirits, astral things, aliens, all that type of stuff. Okay, so it's a big game changer, the God technique. It gives you the ability to rise above, which there was nothing else. And I did pray. I was totally devoted to Catholicism when I was younger, and I believed 100% in it, even though I felt like I was brainwashed, but it never fostered a real relationship with God. And so I think that was part of the problem. So the second technique in this book that's going to be life-changing for you guys is the joy versus anger technique. And you will see me use that technique all of the time. When you see me asking yes and no questions, I'm literally using that technique. It works on clairsentience, which is clear feeling. And clairsentience is like your gut feeling, basically. So it works off of what everybody has. I truly do believe that everybody has, it's like a sixth sense, but they have the ability to clear feel things. That's like clairsentience. Then you'll see me use the 1 to 10 ratio, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest. And then we'll see, like, this book will teach you how to get the compatibility on situations. And then, so my life before using the joy versus anger technique was chaotic. My gifts would always work on their own, but I wasn't like checking to see, oh, should I go here? Should I go there? Should I eat this? Should I buy that? I wasn't like asking. And when you have gifts and abilities, they work whenever they're going to work. And so it would always be like, you know, people knew me when I was younger for being somebody like, if it were at a party and the police are going to come, I'd be like, the police are on their way. But yeah, so I wasn't making wise choices. Let's just say that, but that's okay. I'm so glad that am in the position I am in now. Had I been given this, when I was 16, I read Eckhart Tolle's, and I'm sorry if I butchered that name, The Power of Now. There is a chapter, and that book was life-changing for me, even like then. There's a chapter in this book that talks about the power of now. Because like yesterday was now, today is now, tomorrow will still be now, because we only have the present moment. That's why it's a present, right? It's a gift. Live this life to the fullest. And then the mind technique gives you the ability to question your thoughts and beliefs so that you don't keep creating the same experiences. When you can get rid of the mental and emotional baggage that drew that experience in the first place. And this is from my own personal experience of using these techniques. This is why I tell you guys about it, that I'm throwing you a bone. This is like the cheat code to creating your reality. So anyways, I'll be like experiencing something that I don't like, and then I'll clear the belief and the situation will literally go away. And depending on how much of that issue I have to work on, sometimes it shows up again in the future and sometimes it just doesn't. And sometimes I just get past it, right? And again, it just depends on how many beliefs that you have. So the only time that I run bad experiences now is if I don't ask the right question, I forget to ask questions, which I'm not perfect. I do forget to ask questions sometimes before I make decisions. And then, yeah, it's basically those two things. And so I like to look at things on a compatibility scale, because if I'm getting a no and I'm like, gosh, I really want to go to this concert, I really want to go see this person, why is it telling me no? There could be so many different factors as to why I'm being told not to go. And so this book will change your guys' life. You do not have to be psychic to use the techniques in this book. Okay, the link to these books are in the description box below. The second book that I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written, but I did not write it by myself. I wrote it with Vassago and God. And so it's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And because I did not have anybody to learn to read cards from, I was adopted. So like obviously my birth family, because psychic abilities are genetic. Obviously my birth family, they know how to read cards and stuff like that. But I did not know them when I was growing up, being psychic and intuitive and all that. And so I didn't have anybody to teach me. In fact, I didn't even start with cards. I just started with like blank pieces of paper and I would write everything down. Then the person would come in and we would talk about it. And then I discovered cards and I was like, oh my gosh, I love the cards. So I wanted to create a book, and Vassago is an important spirit guide for me. Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit that rules over, I don't say rules over it, but works with divination and mapping the human consciousness. And the system of tarot, now this exact deck, the original Rider-Waite, Ryderwaite, the link to this deck is in the description box below. But yeah, so if you learn to read the cards from this deck, you can go to any other specialty deck and you'll know what the cards mean when they give you the abstract picture that goes along with them. Just to let you guys know, the original Rider-Waite is like the original. So this exact deck that's got the description on the cards is in the description box below. So Vassago and I got together and we created a book that is like a portal. You can use it as many times as you want, and you can do the readings and the different tarot card spreads and spells over and over again, and they will help you to read cards for yourself and for other people. So this book starts off with a prayer, it being dedicated to God, and then it goes into a 14 zodiac tarot card spread. And yes, I said 14 zodiac. because there's 2 zodiacs that they didn't include in the zodiac, which I think should have been included because they're important. And those 2 extra zodiac signs are Cetus and Ophiuchus. I'm like, it just brought up some, it's always recommending me to ask questions like the YouTube system. Last time it was like pineapple on pizza. Now it's like singing in the shower. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Anyway, so you'll pull 2 cards for each position. One card will show you your south node, where you start out, where your ego's at. The other card will show your north node, where your destiny is at. Okay. And then how to get into alignment for your assignment. Then the spell that goes along with that is, and these are not spells you do on anybody else, they're spells that you do for yourself, but psychic tarot zodiac spell to connect with one's destiny. And the more that you do these rituals, the more powerful they become, and the more that you integrate the major arcana cards. The major arcana cards are like the sun, the moon, the star, the hermit, the fool, the death, the empress, the emperor, I already said the star, the strength, the world. I think I'm going to read the world card today. So yeah, just to give you guys like an idea. So I've created tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards. And these tarot card spreads go into depth, giving you more information. And then the spell that goes along with it helps you to integrate the archetypal energy of the major arcana. So I'm just going to look for the world. So the Lover's Tarot card spell is to draw love into one's life. Again, very generic, because I don't believe doing love spells on people. The Chariot is to remove obstacles. I could create love spells for people to put on other people, but I feel like that would create bad karma for me, so I just don't do shit like that. The Strength is to become stronger. The Hermit is to find one's own inner light. The Wheel of Fortune is to obtain good fortune. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. Okay. The Star is to manifest a wish. The Moon is to bring about your deepest desires with the cycles of the moon. The Sun is to turn your dreams into a reality. The Last Judgment is to bring about a change of position. Okay, the World. All right, so I've got to cover up her boobies, but I'm going to show you the World card. So the World Tarot card, number 21, answer is yes, zodiac is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The World Wide Web is here for you to connect to and work on. You will enter into a period of great happiness filled with positive news and positive events. Your goals and soul mission are achieved. All the pieces fall into place. An unexpected sum of money may be coming your way. Travel, vacation, or relocation is in your future. You gain a sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. So you see the woman on the card, that's position 1. So you'll shuffle the deck, you'll pull 1 card for each position. The card that is pulled for this position will show you your connection to the world mother Gaia. The woman on the World Tarot card in the upper left-hand corner, if you look in this corner right there, wait, no, it's reverse, duh. There's a person in the corner right there. That's what it's talking about. So the woman on the World Tarot card in the upper left-hand corner holds an aspect of the world mother in a unique way. This card will show you your own world and that of the world mother that is within. If you pull the World Tarot card for this position, you can rest assured that you are in alignment with your divine life purpose. If you pull the Death Tarot card for this position, you may see that your world is about to change. If you pull the Sun Tarot card for this position, then you will know that you are growing a new world within your soul that you will eventually bring to life and to light. If you pull the Last Judgment card in the reverse, then you will know that someone seeks to enact revenge on you for your connection on the World Wide Web. If you pull the World Tarot card in the reverse, it can indicate that you are on the dark web. And then I'm going to read position 3, which is the bird, which is in that corner. The bird in the upper right-hand corner of the World Tarot card represents the voyage that you will take on your spiritual journey. Travel and moving to a new place may be in the cards for you. Future revelations, epiphanies, and insights come through the card that is pulled for this position. If you're being guided correctly, the tarot card answer that you receive will be a yes answer. If you pull the High Priestess tarot card for this position, you will know that your life path includes being a divine messenger. If you pull the Hierophant tarot card for this position, it could indicate that you are meant to become a high priest under the Most High God. That means like a high priestess or high priest working with the Most High God. Okay. Then in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when you have the different major arcana cards coming out next to each other. And again, I'm still learning, but I wrote down like everything that I have seen before as a card combination so that you guys could, you know, if you were to get a couple of major arcana cards coming out next to each other, go, okay, I'm going to go to the back of the book and just look and see, and then obviously use your intuition. So I'm going to read from the World because that's what we're just reading from. Okay, so the World Tarot card. The World tells you something being... Stop page. Sorry. The World tells you of something being on the World Wide Web. The whole of humanity is open to your connection and message for the world. You are confident in your own talents and abilities. The World tells you that you are a content creator or very creative and work best in a field that focuses on creativity. A large sum of money is coming your way. You have the power that you need to succeed. Your hard work is being rewarded. You may change your job or personal residence. Helping the less fortunate is part of your path. You have good news that comes from God to share with the world. Anything that you give to others will be returned to you many times over. Your goals and achievements are made and promises are kept. People are loyal and true to you. Positive events are here to stay. Good news comes your way. If you pull the World in the reverse, it indicates that you or something in relation to you is on the dark web. The World in the reverse tells you, and you know what I was just thinking? I'm wondering if the black market and the dark web are the same thing. I'm not for sure if they are, but I was just thinking about the black market and it kind of just like aligns with the World in the reverse also. So anyways, again, and if I decide to write a book about the minor arcana cards, which are the rest of them, I will be having this information in there with all of the new information. So it'd be a much longer book. But yeah, like I'm always coming across new card combinations. So the World in the reverse tells you that there is no energy and a lack of enthusiasm. You underestimate your own gifts and abilities. Fear of travel and expansion keeps you small. You are too attached to your current job or residence. Your goals were not realistic and new ones need to be set. Someone is trying to turn your life upside down. Someone wants to make you homeless. There's a loss of momentum, betrayal, and humiliation rituals are being done on you. Someone wants to make you sick or ill. Someone is watching you and hating on your lifestyle, opinions, and how you show up to the world. Someone unjustly retaliates against you. And yeah, and it keeps going on and on. But you guys get the gist. So check this book out. It's in the description box below called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. You can do the tarot card spreads and spells as many times as you want. And the more that you do them, the more information you'll receive and the more like powerful the ritual will become and the more of the effects of the ritual you will see in your life. If you guys could smash that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to read your question, Tropical Tarot. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for donating. You guys are awesome. Remember, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question. I do have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that platform, we are working to getting to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers over there, I'm going to do like a giveaway where I do a couple of free readings for people. We'll have like an online party, and then I'll give a couple of decks away. On this platform, when we get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do the same thing. Give a couple of decks away, maybe give a book away, and a couple of free readings. So you guys will want to stay tuned for those little bonuses. Okay. All right. Tropical Tarot. Now that I've said that, now I'm going to look at your question. Okay. You asked Jackie about her ex. He said all these bad things about you. Surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised about that. And instead of accepting any responsibility, she just screamed at you. Yikes. No, I am so grateful that you guys donate to me and that you have questions. Don't ever think that you're a burden. Please don't. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to apologize at all. Again, why is it YouTube keeps trying to get me to ask a question. This time it says how many shoes owned. These are like really not important questions that it keeps trying to push towards us. Okay, so she screamed at you. Was this over the phone? It feels like it's over the phone. Yeah. And instead of accepting responsibility, you know, I don't think that whoever her ex is, piece of work, man. I think I'm going to use the Twin Flame Tarot. We'll see what the energy is. Well, I don't feel like it's over between you and her, but yeah. I also do not feel like her ex knows you. So like for that person to say bad things about you, it's making me wonder if she still talks to him and is saying bad things about you, because that person does not even know you. I also get that there's like some insecurity coming from this ex of hers. So that could be the motivation as to why they were talking bad on you. When I say they, I mean like, yeah, did you ask her if she's still talking to her ex? Oh, awesome. But yeah, Tropical Tarot. Oh, just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. Okay, Tropical Tarot, let me know that you're still here. I feel like, well, I feel like this situation, I would probably not bring this situation up again. Oh, I'm grateful for you as well. I would like not bring this situation up again with her. And I don't feel like you need to be insecure of this ex. This ex is a loser. I'm surprised that the world, I was just reading from the world in Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Completion, closing cycles, achievement. So yeah, Tropical Tarot, will you let me know that you're still here? I do feel like the world talks about completing cycles. I do feel like the cycle between those people are completed, but I also feel like, you know, it feels to me like Jackie has a temper, and that's okay. It's okay for people to be emotional and have tempers, but check your second question. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. Also, why doesn't she take any responsibility for this situation? He called you a punk ass bitch. Damn. And the very next day she let him into her apartment. That's not good. So he could watch the dog they share. And she didn't defend you. Okay, thank you for telling me that. All right, well, that's not cool. That is, you know, even if things are over between them, that's kind of weird that they share a dog. That would be something that I would probably be very uncomfortable with if I was going to get in a relationship with somebody and they had their ex over all of the time. Nah, I would not be cool with that. And I'm not really a petty person. It's just I have to be able to trust people. In her mind, she hasn't done anything wrong. But the thing is like, if you care about somebody, well, for example, if I had a boyfriend and somebody was like calling them a punk ass bitch, I would check they ass real quick. I would be like, what the fuck did you just say? And I would defend that person, right? And so I do feel like, the fact that they share a dog still is weird. That's weird. And I also feel like, you know, she still wants to stay connected to this ex for some type of reason, but I don't get that there's any type of romantic spark between them, which is kind of strange because why would you continue a relationship with someone? Like, I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable that she's got this person over at their house. Also, this ex of hers, are they like a wannabe thug or something? Because they're definitely like putting off that type of energy that that kind of like that they're projecting like they're the punk ass bitch. Also, you are a very stable person emotionally. You don't let things get to you. I don't know how this situation about her ex came about, but it feels like she feels like she needs to defend herself. But I'm going to tell you right now, there is not going to be a man on this planet. I mean, there possibly could be one, but I think almost every single man on this planet would have a big problem if they were with somebody and that person was allowing their ex that they used to sleep with to come in and out of their house at random times or to be over at their house, unless it's like an open relationship situationship. I think that any other person, I don't feel like you're in the wrong for this, but I think that any other person would be like, yeah, that's bullshit. I don't want to fuck with you. And that could be one reason. If she's not over her ex, that could be one reason. And I don't get that she's not over him. It's just she doesn't want to lose the ex. But again, it's inappropriate. Usually when people break up and they have a dog, the most responsible person gets the dog. If she can't, if you really want to be with her and she really wants to be with you, I don't think having a relationship with the ex is a good idea. This guy's a scumbag anyways. And he's not responsible. And so, yeah, that's just super strange to me. But I have known women before that still stay in connection with their exes because like they were either a step parent to the ex's kids or whatever. And so I'm not saying that it's not like an impossible thing. It's just not a normal thing, I think, in most relationships. And so I definitely understand that there could be some, either jealousy or she may not want to give this person up because in her mind, maybe he's like the person that got away. I feel like if she would just give you, it's difficult to have the ex in the picture. That's exactly it. Yeah. And I consider animals to be angels in disguise. I think that our animals are parts of our family. They're just as important as a child. I mean, they require a little bit less care, but like if you live in the same area as Jackie in the same city, you could take over dog responsibility. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be her ex. It's just kind of weird that she's still sharing a dog with the ex. And I don't know. I get not, even though the world talks about completion, closing out cycles, why is she not wanting to close out this cycle with this person? They're literally a psychopath. And I feel like she does have a temper, but it's just because like she's been through shit growing up. She could have learned that the only way that you can stand up for yourself is through screaming. And he's in jail. That's how she got the dog. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, scumbag, like legit. Yeah, if he's in jail, then I feel like that's actually where he should be. When I said scumbag, I'm not even joking, scumbag. But yeah, you'll be able to tell with her response. Did you ask her why she was screaming at you? Sometimes you just need to be like, hey, sweetie, I love you. Why are you screaming at me? Now, if you were like provoking her, that would be one thing, but you asking about the I don't know how the situation with the ex came up, but yeah, I would stay out of those conversations, because if it is somebody from the past and if they are like in jail or whatever, then they're out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? But let's look and see if she's going to want to get back with this person when they get out of jail. Do you happen to know how long he's going to be in jail for? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because this person's a repeat offender. He fucks up a lot, so he may end up going back to jail again. High Priestess, the World and High Priestess. Okay, so let me just ask. Is the High Priestess Jackie? No. Or is Tropical Tarot? You're the High Priestess, Tropical Tarot. So you could have been pulling cards to see and maybe getting some confusing answers. I feel like it's because the Jackie's energy is confusing. Like she hasn't made up 100% her mind about whatever this situation is. But yeah, I feel like if she's needing help with the dog, if you want to be with her, why couldn't you be the person that she calls? 10 of Cups. Why wouldn't you be able to be the person that she relies on? You're much more reliable as a human being, for one reason, because you're not in jail. Secondly, because you don't do shit to go to jail. Also, when somebody starts to scream at you, Empress, interesting. When somebody starts to scream at you, you can always tell them, hey, why don't you just take a few minutes to calm down, and you can call me back when you're feeling like not as angry, And then if she's wanting you to apologize, I don't feel like you have anything to apologize for unless you were calling her, provoking her, asking about the ex. I really, when it comes to this relationship, I would not be talking about any of her exes or any of yours. That's a major turnoff. Okay. I had an ex that continually talked about his ex, and I could tell that the only reason that he, this is the way I felt. The only reason that he was with me is because she did not want to fuck with him. That's the way I felt the entire relationship. And so it's always a sign if somebody's always talking about their ex. And for him, she was the one that got away from him. What is it? The one that got away? So yeah, I'm still seeing the motherhood energy. I mean, that's a good energy. It'd be good for her to close out this cycle with this loser. And again, it's unrealistic if she wants to be in any type of relationship to continue a relationship sharing a dog with a pet. Now, it would be one thing. It would be completely different if this was a child. Even though, yes, our fur babies are part of our family, with a child, there is an actual legal responsibility. However, this is not a child, this is an animal. I feel like if she wants to be serious about having any type of relationship, she probably needs to let go of this ex that's no good for her anyways. I think that she's aware that this person is no good. I'm going to tell you this right now. If she were to get back with this person when they get out of jail, they are going to treat her so fucking bad. It would look really bad. And then she would be like, oh, damn, I wish I would have gone for Tropical Tarot instead. Sometimes people have to have those experiences, but I definitely wouldn't sit around waiting for somebody that's hung up on their ex. It's like people just need to get past it. And if they're continually sharing a child or a dog, like in my situation, they had a child, my ex that was obsessed with his ex, he had a child with her. And so that's in my brain when I was much younger, but in my brain, I was like, okay, this is why he's still in love with her. He's obsessed with her. Right? Because they have a child, and a child is a very big bond. And no, you know what? To come to find out, yeah, he was still obsessed with her, but he just wanted to use her to make me jealous. I'm getting that, This jealous ass energy is not, it's not going to help the situation. I also feel like maybe you're not her type because you're not a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she's attracted to bad boys. But I also do get that she's attracted to you. So what? 8 of Pentacles, commitment, dedication, hard work. She's got a few things that she needs to work on. Yeah, I would definitely see not the animal in itself being a problem, but the fact that she shares the animal. Like, is she thinking that when he gets out of jail and he has a stable place that she's going to give the animal up, or is this going to be like a joint custody over an animal? That, to me, that's extremely strange. And I would be like, yeah, you're not over your ex. Like, obviously. Also, she could feel like, I support myself. I do this, you know, I do that for myself. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to answer to anybody. But being realistic, like, that may be true. Being realistic about it, though, if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you will have to at least answer to that person. Well, everybody has to answer to their higher self, God. But when it comes to relationships, like, you know, it would be a very uncomfortable situation if you were over at her house and this person showed up to get the dog for the weekend or whatever. But just know that those situations, whether it's joint custody, usually it's just joint custody with a child, which is a bit different. It's kind of more acceptable. It's easier to accept, but the animal thing, that's weird to me. Unless he wants the animal back and is like, yeah, when I get out, I'm coming back to get the animal. But, you know, I get that she likes the animal. So I don't see why you couldn't be the daddy to the animal. And talking about this out loud, you understand how outlandish it sounds. Allowing a no good scumbag thieving ass, like, I'm kidding. This person, this ex, is a fucking joke. Like, they've got to be kidding me with this shit. They have every intention to steal. Like, steal, steal, steal. I also don't feel like this person is safe in any type of way. So, yeah, if she's idolizing this past relationship, that's no bueno. Also, I would not accept bum behavior from people. You being screamed at over something, I don't know what you said to her, but what I'm seeing is her legitimately screaming. Like, and again, it's okay to have emotions, but why is there so much emotion about you asking a simple question? Like, you know. Oh, you did? Thank you so much. Okay, so when that timer goes off, I'll set another timer. But yeah, I don't know why she would have such a problem with you asking a simple question. And then also, you may want to ask her if she is wanting to get back with this person, if that's what's going on. King of Pentacles. Abundance and prosperity, security, stability, protective and provider, reliable father. This is your energy. You're actually probably going to show up as the Emperor, but yeah, the King of Pentacles, you want children. The Empress is somebody that you can have children with. A real child, not an animal, but a real child. Interesting. What else do we need to know about this, this ex? Because, yeah, I could see that they could be a blockage because they carry around a lot of charm and a lot of illusion. But again, this person's a fucking loser. And I'm not trying to be judgmental or rude, but they're a loser. She would be so much happier with you. I don't know, you know. Oh, okay, they've got a cord attached to each other. So when you have sexual relations with somebody, there are cords that attach, and it happens just about every time you have a relationship with someone. So yeah, she's still corded to him, so she feels still bound to him in some type of way. But for her to move forward and have a good future, she needs to leave this person behind, because they're going to be continue to be in and out of jail person. And does she want to, saying this would be hard to her, but it would be hard for her to hear, but does she want to be in a relationship where she's dealing with somebody that's in and out of jail all the time, that's not consistent? And even though she is a high priestess, can take care of herself, still, who would want to be in and out of a relationship? I mean, there are some women that love people in jail, that like go from person to person to person. And I don't judge anybody for their choices. Unless they're doing stuff to kids, then I am judgmental, and that's not my fault. It's just a reaction. But you're obviously the better option, and you're level-headed and you're grounded, but you are also showing up the high priestess. So if you feel like she still has, the hots for her ex, and the ex is going to be getting out of jail or whatever, I would be, maybe rethinking the situation and asking her, does she want to settle down? She's not going to be able to I mean, when I look at compatibility, the compatibility with this ex is a 1. You can't even get lower than a 1. I guess you could go to 0, but nothing really shows up on the 0 scale. So you can't even it's a 1 to 10 scale. You can't even get lower than a 1. That means that's a lot of fighting. I would hate for her to have to lose you, to understand that what she was looking for was within you this entire time. I also get that, like if you became her baby daddy, you would stick it through with her. You would find a way to make it work. You would take care of the child. But, if she's still into bad boys, she's going to eventually learn and close that cycle. Hopefully before she gets hurt by somebody. The Tower. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully before some horrific shit happens. Also, I don't know if she's been honest with you. You did not provoke her. This is what I'm saying. Why would, and then the second thing would be, like, if she really cares about you, why would she allow somebody else to call you names? You got to see that as a sign of, like, okay, does she actually love me like that? Because if somebody's just going to sit there and allow another person to trash talk the person that they're interested in, I think that's really cowardice. And I also just feel like it's fake. So yeah, I will tell you what, though. You are the better choice when it comes to love. If she is going to choose this person from the past, this ex, or any other person that's in jail or a bad boy, this, and I hate to say it, but it's like a stereotype. It's a type. If she wants to get back with this person, she's going to have a lot of tragedies. Like I said, this person would steal from her. They would put their hands on her, and they would probably end up back in jail. Most likely. I mean, they're going to end up back in jail because they don't work regular jobs and they do schemes and stuff. But this person is like sweet talking her, and you could always bring it up to her, like, if somebody was talking bad on you, would you want me to defend you, or would you just allow it to go on? When you love somebody, you don't just sit around and let other people degrade them or belittle them or anything like that. And so I think that shows a lot about her mental maturity and emotional maturity. Yeah, 2 of Wands, planning and waiting. She's planning and waiting. So now that we know about this other person, I feel like something bad is going to happen if they get back together. I mean, that's just what it's showing me. If you pulled cards on this situation, whatever you were seeing was the reality that she gets back with this one. I mean, this person that is not the one, but it's out of 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. 1 is the lowest compatibility on the scale. And I also feel like you could be getting prepared mentally and emotionally to have a child, because the King of Pentacles is somebody that's got a baby and that's a good father. So I feel like, you know, uh, you also don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that can't control themselves, that's, you know, projecting. Did you ask her what her... Oh, thank you, you guys. You're so kind. Did you ask her what her feelings were towards this ex? Because I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had. And if she's going to be screaming at you about it, that's just kind of showing you where she's at. Like, that it's unhealed, unprocessed. Four of Wands, home and reunions, stability and belonging, celebrations. I hope that she's not waiting for this person to get out of jail. I also feel like if she would just change what she's thinking. Yes, if the people are at the table are gossiping about someone else as soon as you're gone, exactly, they'll do it. They will do it. I mean, like, literally, that is verbatim. When my mom always would tell me, if somebody's talking bad on somebody else, don't say anything, just walk away. And I was like young, and I would make comments to try to fit in. And then eventually I learned to just walk away. It's much easier. This Four of Wands reunion. Yeah, I just don't like, I don't like the okay. What I think is the biggest ickiest feeling about this situation is that she's just very comfortable with allowing this person to come in and out of her life. She was in some type of cycle with that. She could be planning and wanting a future with this person. Obviously, if she's not going to defend you and defend them instead, and they're not even doing right by people. The Four of Wands, I also feel like her family does not like this ex. They would be much happier with you. But she's got to make a decision. Does she want to keep going down? It's like insanity when you make the same choice over and over again, and it leads you to bumping your head against the wall. That's like insanity. When people have a certain type of person that fits an aesthetic, a physical aesthetic, and they don't want to stray from that aesthetic, literally, they will miss out on so many experiences, you know, so many experiences with different types of people, and they could be completely committing themselves to an aesthetic that is toxic. And that's kind of what I'm getting. If you could ask her for one thing, what would it be? Well, what I think that you should ask her is not for anything, well, other than the truth, how she actually feels. That's what I would ask her. I would say, do you have any interest towards me at all? Or am I just wasting my time? Like, do you want the same things? I would also be like, you know, if she's going to freak out about the ex thing, I would maybe give her some time to cool off. But I would just be like, you know, if we were together, would you be happy if, like, my best friend was, or somebody, my ex was talking bad about you? I mean, what you can say is put yourself in my shoes. But I also feel like you should ask her. You should ask her what her plans are, so that you know what to invest in and what not to invest in, and what her intentions are. And you can be like, look, if you want to stay friends, we can stay friends. You know, I would just be like, but I don't want to be I don't want to be a third party situation to a love union that's already going on. If you're, you know, only wanting to be around me because this person's in jail, could you see yourself being with me? Yeah, those would be the things that I would ask. I would also ask, you know, where are you headed in your life? Are you somebody that wants marriage? I know that you said that you did talk to her about that. Are you somebody that wants marriage? You want stability? Do you want to live a life where you don't have to work? Yeah. Do you want kids? Do you want marriage? Do you want it to go in that type of direction? Those are the things that need to be asked. But I'm literally telling you what I see with her. She's putting herself in the tower. She's putting herself in the tower by doing this. By messing with this person that's in jail, talking to them still, and whatever nonsense they have going on. She's putting herself in the tower, which is being in the energy of chaos and destruction, the Fool. And she's being very foolish about it. It would be a shame to miss out on somebody that's good like you. And I'm not just like boosting you up. I'm literally, this is the energy. It would be a shame for her to miss out on you and for you to move on and find somebody else, for her to realize a little bit down the road that, oh shit, you know, he was really there for me. Things could have worked out perfectly. And that's the energy that she has. It's like, it seems like she does this in her life. She ends up missing out on things. She could also want freedom from responsibility, but I'm telling you, this ex of hers is a freaking, the only reason, like, she has freedom because he's in jail. When he's not in jail, she doesn't have this freedom with the Fool. And that's why I feel like you would probably give her freedom and not be controlling and not be paranoid, but also it would be very hard to trust somebody if they're meeting up with their ex all the time. I wouldn't put up with that. 8 of Wands. Yeah. Fast movement. Sudden progress. Making a change. I feel like she needs to make a decision. The 8 of Wands is being at a crossroads where you can go one of 4 ways. You know, she could say no to both of you, or she could say yes to both of you, or she could say yes to him or yes to you. The fact that the 2 of Wands came out shows that her waiting, sitting around waiting to choose a path, it's actually got her in the energy of the Tower because she doesn't know what's right in front of her. It's kind of like being blinded, you know, to the truth, where you don't see what's in front of you until it's gone. That type of situation. I don't get that she's friend zoned you, so it's not that. But yeah. Well, when you talk to her again, you could ask her why she was so upset and just be like, and allow her to talk and just be quiet and listen to what she says. Because that right there, I think that one question, you asking her why she was so upset with you about it, I think that that's a reasonable question. Why was she screaming at you? I mean, if anything, and then secondly, she didn't have to tell you any of that. What her ex said about you, that's starting problems. You know what I mean? She didn't have to tell you that. I would say like any other woman or a real woman would not do shit like that. Like, no. And also not standing up for you, that's the opposite of loyalty. You want somebody that's loyal and that's true, that you can actually invest a future in, that's not still in this phase of fucking around with people, playing games, not taking things seriously. The Moon. Yeah, she's in an illusion with this ex. If she decides to get back with him, and then I would also ask, like, why were you so upset? And I apologize if I offended you in any way. You could just say, I just don't appreciate being called a punk ass bitch when I've never done anything but be supportive and kind. And you know, I would be like, why was it so important to tell me what he said? Like, she just doesn't want to be questioned for anything, which is unrealistic because, like I said, this person that's in jail is a very abusive person. They really are. Like, they are a controlling person. They're somebody that would probably every day what is it called? Accusing somebody of cheating when they're not even doing anything. When they know damn well that that person hasn't left the house all day because they were there with them. Yeah, Ace of Wands, creativity, passion, new initiative, and inspiration. So you may be inspired to move forward. I would literally, give her a little bit I would send her like maybe a text message and say, hey, when you are no longer upset, do you want to meet for coffee? Do you want to talk? If you're still thinking about being with this person, and see what she says. But yeah, I feel like she's made a lot of wrong choices in her love life. It's almost like God's putting you in her life so that she can have something other than pulling from the same type of aesthetic, right? Page of Swords. And you can tell her that you're not trying to pry, like asking about the ex, you're not trying to pry, you're not trying to invade her life. It's just it's normal for you to be like, yeah, I have feelings for you. I would straight up come out with that. And so that's why I'm just wanting to know if the ex is going to be in the future permanently, or if, and if you're wanting to get back with them. And how is this person in jail even able to watch her, like what I'm picking up on? Are people in jail allowed access to the internet? On TV, like, it looks like they have access to like a payphone. But yeah, I'm wondering how he's watching her. This is weird. This Page of Swords, curious spy energy. Hierophant, traditional higher learning beliefs. Yeah. Okay. So you have come out as the Hierophant before. I think literally in the reading yesterday, you came out as the Hierophant as well. And then the Hierophant also could be like some minister, whatever that people are called that marry people. I feel like you have an element to, well, you're a magical person. You have natural magic. I don't know if you use it to manifest, but you do have natural magic. I get that, like, she's not open to the spiritual world like you are. Nine of Cups. Like, you may be this High Priestess Hierophant energy, and that's a good thing. That's Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment for you. But I don't feel like she's showing up the Empress, but I don't feel like she's a Hierophant. I don't know if you do shamanism or if you read cards or what, but you have an ability. And you also have authority in the spirit. And you don't need no other person to do any of the stuff that you want to do. I could see how knowing that you have this power, it would be very tempting to not do a love spell, but I promise you the love spell would backfire. Eight of Swords, look at this. Jail, trapped, restricted. How is this person even communicating or watching her from jail? I'm wondering if this ex of hers is, maybe she does she go to visit him? No. Somehow this person is watching her or having somebody else watch her. Maybe she stays in contact with this person's family. I definitely feel like she stays in contact with, yes, she absolutely stays in contact. She's probably putting money on this person's books. Wow. It's so clear to me. Strength. It's so clear to me that you're the better choice. It is like really kind of sad and ridiculous that this situation's going on. She's definitely got a type. She needs to work on, but again, If you were to tell her, like, you need to work on yourself, she would get so pissed off, like straight up halfway house. So he does have access to the internet. Okay, I do feel like he's going to end up back in jail, though. Interesting. So yeah, you need to ask her, what are your intentions? Do you want to get back with this ex when they're out of the halfway house? Are they, do you have feelings for me? And if she says, yeah, I want to get back with my ex, just know that, yeah, you'll be sad, but it would be better for her to just tell you the truth rather than you have to be in an altercation with this psychotic person that she was with. And just know that if she's dumb enough to turn down your love offer, because I also get that you're attractive, if she's dumb enough to do that right now, she's going to be in a world of hurt in the future. And you can always remain friends with her, I guess, but, it would be hard for me to be sympathetic when she could have avoided this whole situation with the ex. 100%. Knight of Swords, because they're going to show up. The only way they're showing up in this reading is as an aggressive asshole. That's the type of person that this ex is. They're very aggressive. Yeah. Bad vibes from that person. Also, that person's not very intelligent. Okay, so what do we need to know? Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I'm telling you, if she decides not to invest in you, she's going to see you in the Wheel of Fortune in the future and be like, damn, I could have invested in somebody that was real rather than messing around with this person that's in and out of jail that puts hands on me and all this other shit that I'm seeing is going to happen if she chooses him. But I feel like you're going to be in the Wheel of Fortune if you choose you. And yeah, just know, you could tell her, yeah, it really hurt my feelings to hear you say what he said about me and to know that you didn't defend me. That hurt my feelings. And you could say that coming from somebody that's just like, if just a friend, literally. You could say that coming from the aspect of being a friend. But now that I'm seeing this situation, I do get that it's a blockage and it's a problem. However, you're completing a cycle. She's completing a cycle, giving it some time to shift. But yeah, I would ask her what her intentions are when she's not as angry. Two of Pentacles. Because you could have something that would balance your guys' resources. It would bring balance, but you want to invest in somebody that loves you, that truly loves you. That somebody that's going to be loyal to you, that's not going to Ten of Swords you. That's not just going to give up and be like, oh, it's too hard. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You deserve so much better than that. You deserve somebody that's loyal, that would not ever let anybody say something bad. King of Wands. Yeah. There's also somebody else that she's talking to. I don't know if there are two people in jail, but this is messy. So either way, you're going to be fine. You're going to grow stronger from this situation. But you need to have a very important conversation with her. And I would not be coming at it from the aspect of of you feeling slighted or feeling jealous. I would just be like, so just to be clear, why were you so upset with me when we spoke last time? Why were you so upset with me? And then, she's got to make a decision. I wouldn't talk bad on the other person, and I wouldn't tell her, oh, if you're making the wrong choice choosing this other person. Allow her to make her decision. And the Lovers, oh my gosh. Twin flame, my gosh, balanced soulmates. The Two of Pentacles, you may end up getting a message from somebody The Lovers. That's a real twin flame contract. Let me ask, is Jackie a part of the Lovers card? And I get that she is. Is there another person a part of the Lovers card? Yes. Does Tropical Tarot know this other person? Yes. I don't know if you have a client. There may be somebody that's also, you know, compatible. What's up with I want to know about this situation right here with the Ten of Swords. Can I get clarification? Just so that I can feel like my client is not walking into some type of trap. Yeah. Two of Swords, stuck. So if she doesn't choose you, she's going to be stuck. You could also ask about the animal, if she plans on keeping the animal and or what her intentions are, but that's what needs to happen. And just be very calm about it. You know, maybe tell her, would you be down to meet for coffee or in public or just, you know, in person? That way you can actually, you know, ask her why she was so upset, and it's easier. It's just things don't get misinterpreted when you talk to somebody face to face. I definitely wouldn't bring up, because where it's at right now, there's no like solid relationship between you and her. I wouldn't even bring up the ex as like Queen of Cups, compassion and warmth, healer, intuition, supportive, and healer. Yeah, you could just tell her basically everything that I said. Just that you have feelings and you are wanting to know if she's going to get back with the ex. And then you could ask, why were you so upset with me? And you can apologize, you know, for triggering her, but I feel like whatever you asked her was not reasonable, or it was not, she thinks it's not reasonable. I disagree. I think it would have been a normal reaction to ask somebody like, you know, oh, about your ex, is that somebody you still want to be with? That's what needs to be asked. Because the thing is that it looks really good for you guys if she decides to choose you. But you know how I tell people that there's many different, you're going to end up in your destiny no matter what, whether it happens this lifetime, the next lifetime, however long it takes. There's many different doors that you could go down through life. You could go down the avenue of religion and it'll take you longer to get to your destiny. You could go down the avenue of so many other doors, right? And you can look at this person like a door. If she goes down this avenue with this person, it's going to become very toxic and be a back and forth thing. And she's going to miss out on the opportunity to be with somebody that would actually have her back. And so maybe she's got to go through this situation with this person to realize that you were the better choice. But yeah, if she's attracted to bad boys and you don't fit the aesthetic that she wants, she needs to realize that her aesthetic is off, literally. Her picker is broken. And if she's going to freak out about that, about you just wanting to know a simple question, then I would also take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. So now we're going to do the regular reading. But thank you for sending those super chats. And I hope that what I said helped you. And I hope that it works out for you. I'll pray for you guys. Mr. Matrix, do you need to be blocked? What drugs do you use? Why would you even ask me that? Weirdo. All right. So the message that I have for you is actually a really dope one. We're just going to get it out real quick. That's what she said. We're going to get it out real quick because It's like this ending is something that nobody could have predicted. Two of Cups. Energy drinks. Yes. Tea. For me, I love tea. Two of Cups. You have a soul contract with the universe. You're here to do something. Yeah. Okay. Also, this could be a person coming in. Maybe somebody thought you were going to sit around and wait for them. Weirdo. Yes. Knight of Cups. Somebody did think that you were going to sit around and wait for them forever. How weird is that? I also get that. Don't be charmed by people. Don't be glamored by people. No matter how good somebody looks, just know that there's always going to be something with whoever. They're going to have something going on with them. This Knight of Cups energy is somebody that's a competitor in probably the worst way possible. Ace of Wands. Coconut water. I love coconut water. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Whatever you put into motion is basically already insured to be successful. It's like God's put insurance on your divine life purpose and your soul mission and the contract that you're going to have with another person. So I feel like, your creativity could be at a very high point at this time, and that's a good thing. Use that extra energy to create something that's long lasting, like a book, a movie, a piece of art, whatever it is that you're into, a song, an album. Pour yourself and your creative energy into something that's going to produce profit for you. And know that what's happening in love life, that situation will work itself out. Things will eventually smooth out. Whatever this energy is, let me just ask if we're... Are there any retrogrades right now? What is it? Usually it just answers and it doesn't make me have to... I don't want to read an article, biatch. Okay. Are there any planets in retrograde right now? Like, what was that? There we go.
Yes.
Mercury.
As of early March 2026, Mercury is in retrograde, which can cause some communication problems. Also, Jupiter is in retrograde until March 11th, 2026.
Okay, so Mercury has to do with communication, it has to do with alchemy, it has to do with travel, it has to do with commerce and merchants. Okay. It also has to do with trickery. Communication is a big one. This could be why there was a communication in the question I just had answered, communication issue. I get that, Jupiter has to do with good luck, good fortune. So the retrograde energies, don't think of it as something that's like super bad, because it's not. The retrograde energy just brings forward the shadow aspects of whatever planetary or celestial body so that we can work on our issues. So it is a tougher time, but as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't be afraid of creating right now. I would just know that talking to this other person is not going to be good. King of Wands. Okay, these people, whoever they are, I don't know how you attracted them. Let me find that out. What did the collective do to deserve this? Oh, yeah, you're gifted. You're very gifted. And you're aware. Okay, but it's also something else. You're attractive. You're popular. You're trending. The world. You could be on the internet. You don't have to be, but you could be on any type of social media or dating. These are people that have an attraction. And if you're a man and these are other men and you're gay, then this would be multiple people. Just depends, what your situation is, how to interpret it. But yeah, I also get that, the way that these two cards look, one next to each other, I see that these people are facing each other. That's what I see. And so they've got some type of relationship already going. these people. Also, somebody could be like trying to figure out where in the world you came from, where your genetics are from. Maybe you don't share stuff like that. Weird, weird, weird. Weird. Just weird. The funny thing is, like, I feel like these people could ask you, but they don't know how to contact you. Or maybe they are afraid or ashamed or whatever. But I feel like you're moving on. You're possibly changing your residence, getting a new job, having a new career, starting over, and these people are upset. 3 of Cups. You, like I said, popular, getting a good harvest. And it's more of like these people are like, yeah, that person doesn't need us. They can stand on their own 2 feet. They have this big mission to fulfill. I would love to be with somebody like that. That's how these people think. 10 of Swords. Because they like to destroy. This is like somebody that likes to pluck the wings off a butterfly. Just to walk, just to do that. Like, that's the energy that I get from these people. So they could be feeling like a victim or a martyr. Boo-hoo, that person left, or we don't get them, or whatever. But yeah, these people never would have expected that they would probably betray each other. I also get that, you know, you're about to go on a major journey. You could be getting ready to travel the world. You could be leaving an area. The Star. You could be becoming a star. I mean, you having a good harvest and being a star, and these people can't do shit about that. Like, that's good vibes to me. Also, with the World is also a very good vibration. Which means it doesn't matter where you go on the planet, you're going to be able to thrive. And if somebody keeps trying to mess with your ability to use your discernment or to use this star ability, they're going to be in the 10 of Swords, which is what I'm thinking has occurred with these 2 idiots here. The universe will 10 of Swords them. What else do we need to know? The Fool. These foolish people. Also, these 2 people think that they're like, because maybe they're men, they think that they're better than other people. I don't know. It's a weird feeling that these people put off. I don't like it because it's fake. It's like, oh, I love them so much. I want to be with them. I wish I had someone like that. But then that's not even what they want. Page of Swords in the reverse. Somebody that's under 30, unpredictable and difficult to understand, a quitter, an imposter, not as he appears. Oh my gosh. He will be exposed, exaggerates and tells white lies, pretends to like people, then talks behind their back. Do not trust this person. This fucking spying person. Interesting. Yeah, both of those people are like that. So we want to release whatever it was that pulled these people in to a Pentacles, because why the fuck are they even showing up here? You're going to get a message possibly about your star ability. Maybe you're going to be accepted into something. You know, you could join the circus. I mean, literally like something. Like you're going to get a message about something that puts an end to these people. You know what I mean? Yeah, release, release, release. Exactly. And again, it is called arrogance. I agree, you guys. Also, you're being told to pick up a project that you put aside before. Something that, you know, maybe somebody, this star ability could be something that you put down that you decided you were not going to do full time. Again, Amir, we're not talking about war here. And please don't be bullying anybody in the chat or in the comments. I will remove you, okay? Don't be fucking weird, please and thank you. This has nothing to do with war. This has to do with like 2 people that are attracted to somebody else that they know that they can't have, okay? Page of Pentacles. You're here to actually leave a legacy to people that will exist. Whether you have children or not, your legacy is important. I also get that somebody is trying to use technology against you. How is that even possible? These people are extremely powerless. Like, this person wants to come in with a cup of love, and you already have your own cup of love. You don't need theirs. Let me save you. Let me heal you. No, you'll do the healing. You'll do the work. These people want you to heal them. King of Cups. Yeah, there may be somebody, you know, that comes through that this could even be an aspect of your higher self, that being very wise. There's going to be somebody that comes through and tells these people that, hey, you know, this is not the person to mess with. This star, this natural star, this is not somebody that, this is not a game we want to play. This is not a risk we want to take, and this is not somebody that we want to mess with. And I don't know if this King of Cups knows these other people, but to me, yeah, they're going to be in the tower if they have any bad intentions towards you. And intention is everything. These people, you know, they're going to have bad luck and bad fortune, misfortune. You're going to have good luck. I also get that the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands, fame and good luck, good fortune. Yeah. That means your dreams will be finally fulfilled. You'll be able to get out of hermit mode because you continue to go within. You're finding the answers out. And also, whatever this witchcraft that's being done, no, we ask that the angels remove it. Because again, I'm sensing it, but I don't know what it is, and I don't even want to know what it is. The Lovers, probably some type of love spell. People really just need to give up on that shit. It's never going to work. You could have a love union getting ready to come in. That could be part of this Two of Cups opportunity. I feel like these people are going to do something to get themselves locked up in spiritual prison. This could not be actual physical jail, but it could be like spiritual jail. Shit, could be hell, the purgatory, whatever. But yeah, they're in the tower because they continually abuse their power. Maybe these people were watching you without your consent, invading your privacy, or trying to do something to your technology. You could have had to cut these people off for your own safety and just say, no, I'm good, thank you. And you could have, you know, stepped into your own power here and alchemized the situation for your own benefit, because that's what it looks like. And you're just not going to accept bum behavior. Queen of Pentacles. You're here to be able to be of assistance to yourself and to other people. And these people are just very self-centered when it comes to you. When it comes to you, they don't even want me to talk about it. When it comes to you, they're very self-centered. I also get that these people would never even think that they would have their gifts taken from them. King of Pentacles, because they make deals with the King of Pentacles that makes deals with the devil. They never thought that how this would end up would be you staying in power, you getting to have everything that you want and need in life, and some extra, you helping other people in need, you doing something inspirational, you having a love life. These people never thought that you would ever get any of the stuff that you're about to get, or that you already have, because they do witchcraft. Okay. And so in their minds, if their witchcraft would have worked, you would not have had anything in life. That's how these people think. They're like, you're a representation that they are losers, fuck ups, and failures, and that there are some people on this planet that are untouchable. Not even the devil can touch them. And like I said, this King of Pentacles makes deals with the devil. They could have never, ever probably predicted that all of this stuff would come out and they would end up in jail or prison, the police, the Chariot. Well, I don't know if these people were trying to call the tax department on you or whatever, but they just really need to stop with this petty shit. Because this is petty. This is like an adult version of a boy being mean to a girl that he likes on the playground. That's what the energy that these people hold. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. 5 of Wands. Because they're competitive. These people have to compete with each other, but you're not going to accept any of them because they all come with problems. And you guys are not people that are going to be like, oh yeah, let me just sell my soul for some bullshit. You're not going to agree to that. These people are already up under judgment for even trying it, for even trying to come near you. And with that type of intention, that's not cool. I also get that you guys have worked very hard to be where you're at. You're not going to allow anybody to just derail you off of your journey or take from you. The Sun, because you've had to do the inner healing. You've had to be patient and sow those seeds and allow them to turn into trees. You had to go within and heal your inner child wounds. These people want your healing energy. They just want you to heal them. But then they want to treat you like an animal or less than an animal. And I don't respect that about these people. I also get that they thought their satanic bullshit was going to work forever, or devil bullshit, whatever it is that they sacrifice to. Yeah, can't do anything for them. It's the fucking end to that. A permanent funeral to that. Judgment's been called, which means all of the souls of the people sacrificed are going to be coming back to tear the living apart. And specifically the ones that were the ones that did sacrifice them. This is why you just don't do fucked up things to people. And obviously you haven't done anything. I don't get any negative karma coming from this situation other than these people. These people are the negative karma. Also, somebody wants you to like be medicated or something weird. I don't like that vibe. Yeah, they want you to be on drugs or medicated or drunk or something to take advantage of you. It's very disturbing. Very disturbing. Just make sure that you are, if you're at a bar, take your drink to the bathroom with you. Don't ever put it down and leave it unattended and then go back and drink it. Ever. Okay? I'm serious. I've just seen so many situations before where people have had bad experiences because they were not being aware of where they were. Know where you are. Know what type of people are around to the best of your ability. Pay attention to your surroundings. If you get a bad feeling about somebody, don't cut them off. Be impeccable with this Queen of Swords cutoff game. If you feel like somebody's on the bullshit, just know that whatever you're feeling, if there wasn't something going on, you would not be feeling anything. And you have to understand that your sixth sense, your clairsentience, your clear feeling, that's what is going to give you the ability to be like using just your discernment, Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are your authentic selves. Confirmation. I'm serious. You shining a light down on these people, they don't like it. Knight of Wands. And the funny thing is that they were saying that you were the skank or you were the hoe or that you were the one that sleeps around. And all these people are exactly what they project on others, which is super strange. No. Yeah. I would literally be like, no, thank you. Stay in your other universe, person. 2 of Wands. What you're working on is going to be long lasting. It's also some light work that you're doing, like healing yourself. By you healing yourself, you're healing the planet, because there is oneness, which means there's one, right? I also get that this Knight of Wands energy. Well, none of these energies have been good energies or stable. Yeah, they're injured in some type of way, mentally, emotionally, sexually, psychologically. I feel like, pay attention to how people treat you, the words that they say, okay? Pay attention to that stuff. Not to make you paranoid, but these people will show you who they are right to your face. Like, they will say things and you'll be like, huh, that's questionable. Also, that one of these people, they haven't come out yet. There's going to be a female energy that comes out, but one of these, it's either a queen of, maybe it's a queen of wands. There's a female energy attached to this, is what I'm picking up. So as we have all of these masculine energies, there's also a female or feminine energy. 5 of Pentacles. These people can't meet their payments. They're broke. They're homeless, or they're about to be, or they could be having to share a house. Whatever this is, it's not good for them. They were creating illegal crimes, probably in the justice system. What is up with my words? Mercury retrograde. Enough. I integrate Mercury retrograde and Jupiter retrograde right now. My higher self, integrate that, please. 7 of Cups illusions. These people were creating by illegally lying on you. And again, when you bear false witness against another person, you are illegally lying. And these people wanted to make you look bad. And because you don't, they feel like they wasted their own time and yours. Ace of Cups. You have an overflowing cup of love from the universe that's not going to be taken away from you. These people got to get over it. They're probably going to jail. They're definitely going to have to go to court. You stand in your power and continue to protect yourself. Whatever you're doing with herbs, with prayer, with candles, whatever it is, I would continue to do it because these people are on some bullshit. Of course, you would be notified if any of these people even came into your actual life. You would be notified of them and their intentions, and you would get a bad vibe off of them. 6 of Pentacles. These people want to make you the beggar when they're the beggar. Ridiculous. 10 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles, these people owe money. They owe money. You have a 10 of Pentacles, which is stability. God's always going to make sure that you have this influence, this importance, these 4 of Pentacles, abilities, skills, talents, dreams, ideas. I would just not share them with these other people. I wouldn't share anything with these other people because they just want to take from you. Take. That's the type of shit that they're on. And they know that you're a person that gives. And so these people are like, oh, I would love to be the person to take. And no, you want somebody that is an equal, the Empress. You're not here to play fucking games. These people, that's all they know is being childish and playing games and wasting people's time and doing illegal things. Which is that's on their own parents or whoever the fuck raised them to teach them to be like this. I also feel like corn has a tendency to sexualize and objectify women to the point where people that are addicted to corn think that every woman is going to respond in the way that they do in the corn video. You know what I'm saying? And that's a social delusion. And corn is energy harvesting. It's sexual energy harvesting. Something's feeding off of that shit. The people watching it should probably really be studied. I'm serious. 10 of Wands. These people are broke and they got to carry their own cross. The funny thing about the 10 of Wands, you guys, is that the 10 of Wands, it is a constant battle. It's a big burden. It's, Atlas holding up the world. It is something that is a cross to bear. However, you see that this person in the picture could just drop those sticks and move and keep walking. They're choosing this path. This is what I'm saying. The Six of Pentacles, they're choosing to want to be somebody that is the lender, but they're burdened already financially. And they're looking over at the Emperor, which is you, going, oh, they've got it. Why don't we just make them give it to us? No, you're not giving anything to these people. They just need to understand that you're an intuitive, and that's that. Page of Wands. You don't want to have children with these people? Not at all. These people could feel very well burdened because they have children. And they're like, oh, that other person would be a great wife or a great husband, great father, great mother. Queen of Cups. Literally, the Queen of Cups is like the definition of a loving mother. It says that on the card. But the Empress is the ultimate mother. And the Empress is somebody that can rule other people. My ears just got really hot. Somebody's talking about the work that you're doing. They're talking about what your performance level is. I mean, these people are trying to make some type of weird-ass assessment. And I just feel like they need to mind their own business before they get caught up with the police. And stop trying to assess your blessings, because they'll never, ever be a part of you being blessed. God has blessed you. These people ain't shit. They'll never be anything. And I'm not trying to speak down on them. I'm just telling you the truth. They're not shit. They don't have anything to offer you. They don't have any type of realness to them. They want sex, and that's it. And money. And energy. And they want somebody to take care of their kid while they go out and party. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's why I will tell you guys, intention is everything. Seven of Wands. If you have to defend yourself from these people, they will be very, very upset about that. If you have to defend this work that you do, maybe somebody is trying to bring problems to your job. I feel like this is why you should mind your own business at work and do your work and not socialize with people. Also, these people think that they're potential suitors or whatever, but you would not accept any offer from these people because of the baggage that they come from, that the unhealed bullshit that they have, the brokenness, and then them not being them being, these people are afraid to be their own selves. They want to be accepted by society, but they would if they were being their authentic self, but their authentic self is like being a creep and a fucking weirdo. And so that's why they feel like they have to wear these masks and do all this extra shit. But people just need to stop when they're already ahead. These people have their own kids to deal with. That's not your problem. You're not the father, the mother of these people's children. They need to stop going around and stealing things from other people. It's just sad that somebody feels that that's the way that they're going to get through life, is by sucking the life out of somebody else. Instead of going to God and for energy and power, which is what I do, which is limitless, literally. That's what I do. Look at the Queen of Wands. I knew she was going to come out. This is the mother. The King of Wands, that was the father. These people have children to worry about. They don't need to be trying to compete with you. That's psychotic. All right, let's get an outcome. Four of Wands. Yeah, they're very jealous of you completing a project, making a milestone, and making something of yourselves. Like, literally, what were you supposed to do? Sit around and wait for these people to become their real self, or what? You're not going to sit around and wait on nobody. You're defending these creative ideas, projects, and you're patenting it. You're making yourself your own brand. You're entrepreneur. You're in your own lane. You're doing something completely new and different, or you're about to. This Queen of Wands is a copycat witch. Okay, these other people are wannabes, and I feel bad for these people's children. I really do. They wanted to sacrifice you, and it did not go through. It backfired. Whatever this last shit that they did, they should have never done that. That completely backfired. Strength. And you always make it through because you have God within you. These people, everybody has the ability to connect with God. However, do people do that? No. No, they don't. Not all of them. I mean, some people connect with God by going within, but you have to get past the illusion that you're not your body and that your higher self is God. And that's the part of you that's real, that's having all of these experiences at once. These people, they owe Mr. Diablo here. Yeah. Devil and Nine of Cups. Is this like a freaking Ifrit Jinn or something? The Devil and the Nine of Cups. That is like it. I don't want to say evil genie, but that is the vibe that I'm getting from that. I've never seen this combination come out before. Maybe these people were working with an evil genie against you. What the fuck? The Devil and the Nine of Cups. Devil Jinn. I need to write that down. Okay. Wow, never seen that combination come out before. Interesting. So yeah, these people were working with a lower vibrational energy that they now owe. And this thing loves to turn people's wishes into their worst nightmare, kind of like Wishmaster. Wishmaster is a movie series of a genie that grants people's wishes. Like there's a whole plot behind it's actually a really good story, but he's trying to, once he grants like 1,001 wishes to humans, then he can, a portal opens to the Jinn land, and then all of the Jinn can come into this world. So in all of the Wishmaster movies, he's like trying to do that, and then the human always ends up figuring out something clever to trap the genie again. And the genie will grant people's wishes, their deepest dark desires, in the worst way possible. Let's say you wish for peace on the planet, please, peace for Mother Gaia, peace for the world. The Jinn would be like, okay, I'll grant that and remove all humans. And then there would be peace. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, Jinns are not even supposed to be used for wishes, but they can make things happen like any other angel-like being. But I'm literally getting Devil Jinn vibes, and somebody being like, oh, I thought my wish was going to be fulfilled and I was going to have their life and their destiny and all of this stuff. And no, they broke a contract with this genie. And this is not a nice entity. Seven of Swords. They know that only one answer is correct. Wow, that even came out. That was a last minute twist to the storyline. What the hell, you guys? Seriously, you're over here in the High Priestess. These people think that they're in the Hierophant. They feel like they're higher and above the law because they're connected to an evil genie. That's funny to me. I mean, you've got to be joking. Wow. So what was the wish? The wish was for you. Again, I think in Aladdin, there's a few things you can't wish. You can't wish for more wishes. You can't wish for someone to fall in love with you because that breaks free will. You can't wish for somebody who's dead to come back to life, and you can't wish for the genie to kill anyone. I feel like this person, they're not getting their wish granted because it was one of those. It was either fall in love, unalive them, or whatever else, or grant my wishes for, it's stupid. It's a stupid concept, but childish. These people, they think that because they have a little bit of knowledge that they can control these things, and they can't. They can't. What are they going to do about that? This Jinn's not going to be able to do anything to you. I feel like also this Hierophant energy is possibly going to judge judge these people and tell them that they need to leave you alone. 7 of Pentacles. The tables are turning in your favor. You're about to get something. If things were flip-flopped and things weren't working out for you, they're about to work out for you in every type of way. And this genie is going to make sure, because they, you know, something has occurred. Something has occurred. Before, this energy was working against you. Now it's working for you. So something occurred. 8 of Wands. It's going to bring these people to a crossroads to where they're going to have to make a decision. It's also bringing you to a crossroads where you're going to be seeing all of the different ways you can go, north, south, east, and west. And where do you want to go? Where do you want to expand your business to? Where do you want to travel to? You know, you're not being stuck like these people wanted. Because you use your discernment and you work for God, you're avoiding this betrayal, and you're also not getting involved in any third party. These are the type of people that would come in and try to make you a side bitch. That's like the most disrespectful shit ever. You would never be a part of this third party bullshit. Not only that, these people are facing jail time while you're about to get justice. These people have to walk away because you could very well take them to court and sue them for the things that they've said to the police about you. 9 of Pentacles. You're going to remain stable, self-sufficient, able to stand on your own 2 feet. And you have a group of people that you need to serve, which is part of your happily ever after. And for you to be a leader to others, these people are about to be majorly judged. And anybody else that conspired with them is also up under judgment. So just know that this last ritual is the one that is breaking you free of a cycle. This genie, jinn, whatever it is, this devil jinn is what I want to call it, because that's exactly the way that I see it. Okay, it's red. It's not blue. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't have anything against you. But it was having to work against you. It doesn't have anything personally against you, but it was being bound or tortured or whatever to have to work against you. Now this thing is set free, and it's fixing what these people were trying to do to you. And which is going to bring you in new opportunities. And it's also doing stuff to these people. So they lost control of this thing. It's spun out of fucking control completely. Yeah, I would have been like, abandon ship. Anytime you have to go resort to trying to get a devil genie, I'm sorry, but that's true desperation. These people are sitting around wishing, and waiting for shit to happen that's not going to happen. You guys are over here wishing good for people, and that's why you have all these new opportunities coming in. You also would never try to deceive people and like make them think that you are something that you're not. And these people, that's all they want to do is deceive others and make people think that there's something that they're not. So just know that your authenticity is getting you blessed. And not only that, you're too blessed to be stressed. I wouldn't even worry about this devil genie now that we know about it. Yeah, I get that it's not going to be trying to sabotage your life anymore. So that whatever shifted, this thing got free. Now these people, they have to, you know, abandon ship or deal with the wrath of this being that is very powerful. You know what I mean? But you guys are protected by God. Yesterday, you asked God to unbind the jinn, similar stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely, you guys. 100%. Yeah. Because again, people can only use it and abuse it if they can bind it and force it. And most of witchcraft, when they're calling on spirits, that's what they're doing. That's why a lot of people want to go to Hecate, because she specializes in that and like summoning spirits. And well, no, she's the goddess of witchcraft also, but she specializes in that type of spiritual binding and getting spirits to do her bidding. So that's why witches and warlocks call upon her a lot. But yeah, you guys are making it out of this situation just fine. You're going to be blessed. You're going to have more opportunities than you started with. And you're going to, major lesson is being learned. Also, you understanding more about yourself is you being able to be in your power. I don't know what keeps fucking with my ability to speak, but you being yourself is you being in your power. It could just be Mercury retrograde. My thoughts happen so much faster and my mouth can't get the words out fast enough. And I feel like that's, you know, either my ADHD being really ADHDing, or maybe it's just like my speaking is slow. So remember, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of the reading. If you guys could like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the platform so much when you guys leave a comment, like the video, hype the video, all that good stuff. Remember the 2 books that I talked about in the beginning that are in the description box below. The Truth of God is an advanced intuitive living workbook. When you see me asking yes and no questions, when you see me having to rise above something, and the 1 to 10 compatibility, and I'm using all of the techniques from this book. The joy versus anger technique, which gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate answer back. This book is such a life changer. It helps you understand God and yourself and how to create. And then it's also got the mind technique, which gives you the ability to question the mind and then get rid of the beliefs and baggage that you're carrying around with you so that you don't have to have the same experience over and over again, which is very powerful. And it gives the 1 to 10 ratio, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the best. You know, it teaches you how to understand that. And it also has meditation. There's so many techniques in this book, but yeah, you'll see me use, when I do the readings, these techniques. This book is a life changer. I suggest that you guys get it. Again, get a physical copy of it, because there will be times where something occurs and you'll be like, wait, I need to use the technique in the book. And having a physical copy, it helps you remember the contents of the book. The second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written, but I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with God and Vassago. It's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Now, if you are wanting to learn to read cards for yourself and for other people, this is the book for you. It works with the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is this one that we use today. I have the exact link in the description box below to these books and to this deck of cards. And I don't get anything for the deck of cards, like for selling that or promoting that or anything. But we wrote Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells off of the original Rider-Waite. So if you learn the interpretations from the original Rider-Waite, you can go to any specialty deck like Santa Muerte or any other deck, and you can know when it gives you the abstract picture, because it's a theme thing, then you can know what it's actually saying. So yeah, the original Rider-Waite is the best, but I have the link to this that's got the descriptions on the cards, so you don't have to flip through a book. So this book is going to teach you how to read cards for yourself and for others. Also, for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions, like the sun, the moon, the world, the star, the emperor, the empress, the death, the hangman, the last judgment, the moon, the sun, all of those are the Hierophant, all of those are the major arcana cards. So this book starts off with, and you can use these tarot card spreads and spells as many times as you want, and it'll just get stronger and better every single time. But it starts off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread where you pull 2 cards for each position. One position will be, well, one card will be your south node where your ego's at. One card will be your north node, and then it will give you information on how to get to your north node. The spell that goes along with that is to step into one's own destiny. I'm going to read a little bit from the Empress Tarot card spell is for beauty and self-development. The Hierophant, I think I want to read from see. Okay, I want to read from the Star. So you'll understand. There we go. Okay, so the Star Tarot card is number 17. Answer is yes. Answer is yes. Each tarot card has a yes and no value. Yes, no, or maybe. Here's the star. So for everything you see that's on the star picture, there's going to be a tarot card position for that. So it said this is a card of inspiration, insight, and intuition and hope. Any dreams for the future will come true. The gift of prophecy, contact with someone who will dramatically change your life, predicts a strong love between two people, entering a period of serenity, joy, and satisfaction, a calm period of contemplation or meditation, deja vu, good dreams, psychic downloads from the universe. All emotional needs are met. Use your spiritual gifts and share your good fortune. So you'll pull one card for each position. I want to read from position 5, the Aquarius Ascendant. The card that you pull for this position will reveal to you your Aquarius Ascendant personality traits. If your outward demeanor is friendly, free, and inhibited, that may come through the card that is pulled for this position. How intelligent, well thought, and aware you are of yourself may also come through the card that is pulled for this position. If you have a carefree mentality, that will benefit you. If you have a carefree mentality, that will benefit you and will be revealed in the card that is pulled for this position. If you pull the Star Tarot card for this position, you will know that your star essence is ascending. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card for this position, you will know that you are being initiated into greater workings and higher knowledge. The universe has chosen you to become a messenger. If you pull the Lover's Tarot card for this position, it will reveal to you that you have a soulmate or twin flame contract for this lifetime that is part of your ascension journey. No matter what card is pulled for this position, they all mean the same thing, that your purpose is to inspire others to be more kind, more cautious, more patient, and more peaceful. Be the person that you want to meet in another. The Aquarius Ascendant is your guide. Wow, that's dope. Okay, and then I'm going to read one more position from the star. Position 6 is the midheaven 10th house. This card position shows you your work ethic, public status, and personal achievements in the current moment. What life goals, career goals, and great plans that you have for your life may become clear to you in the card that is pulled for this position. The midheaven 10th house relates to your career and understanding the essence of your character, who you actually are when push comes to shove. Are you more bark than bite? The level of success and fulfillment you may receive relates to the zodiac sign represented in your 10th house. The card that you pull for this position may show you your sense of purpose and contribution to your community regarding your career and life's accomplishments. If you pull the Star Tarot card for this position, then you will know that using your star power for a humanitarian cause will provide more purpose to your life. If you pull the Strength Tarot card for this position, then you will know that you have a higher strength assisting you in this lifetime. If you pull the Death Tarot card for this position, it could reveal an immunity to death magic, energy, or death magic. You may also be suited to work in the field of death as being someone who works in hospice or a morgue. Working with death may be compatible for you if you pull the Death Tarot card for this position. If you pull the Magician Tarot card for this position, then you will well suited for a career in magic, healing, energy work, or shamanism. All right, so those are 2 card positions that are in the Star Tarot card spread. The Star Tarot card spell is to manifest a wish. The Moon is to bring about your deepest desires. The Sun is to make your dreams turn into a reality. The Last Judgment is to bring about a change of a position. Then in the back of the book, I've created a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when you see different major arcana cards coming out one next to each other. I'm looking for the star. It's in the back. Okay, so the star card is the star is a card of inspiration, divination, astrology, predictions, prophecy, destiny, dreams, and wishes come true. The star can show you what traits and qualities that you naturally possess that enhance the quality of your life and the life of those around you. Psychic impressions and spiritual intuition, mental fitness, and powerful third eye awareness. The star has a spark of passion that cannot be put out. When you pull the star card with any other card, it could point to the abilities that you have in relation to the cards that are pulled surrounding the star. If you pull the star card and then the Fool card, it could indicate that you are not aware of your star power. If you pull the star in the reverse and then pull the Devil, it could indicate that you need to call your power back and rebuke the devil in your life. The star in the reverse indicates that a mental illness can affect you or the ones that you love. The star in the reverse indicates a loss of hope and a loss of psychic insight into problems. The star in the reverse is an imposter, a copycat, or a doppelganger. The star in the reverse has no natural talent or skill. They lack motivation, are insecure, and always doubt everything. When you pull the star in the reverse and then pull the devil card, it could indicate that someone is getting their star power through the devil and that their fame will be fleeting along with their success. The star in the reverse is lazy, dull, and boring. They do not shine. So check this book out, you guys. Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. I've got the links to this book, to this exact deck, okay? And then also to this book, which is going to help. Both of these books are going to change your life. So I would check them out. The links to them are in the description box below. And remember, I also do have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. If you guys could get the likes up, I would be so appreciative. I am so thankful for you guys. And I am blessed and you guys are blessed. Remember that, okay? I love you guys so much. Peace be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.